Alright, bringing you guys a new version of the PD system, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll go over with you guys the scripts so you understand what has been changed and how it's used. So the main new feature is the UI. So what I did was, when you press M now, it opens up a little tab for you right here where you can click on administrator, and it opens up the PD. So up here you can see it says that PD is off, right? So now when I click start, it sends a message to everyone on the server like this, that a permanent dev event has started in this area, and it says that PD is on here. When you click stop, it says that a permanent dev event has ended in this area. Now this is getting replicated to every single client, which is every single player on the server. Now I can demonstrate you this, so if you guys want me to demonstrate that to you, let me know and I'll do it in another video. I don't want to do now because it's gonna take too long. So what the main scripts are is, inside of the storage UI in menus, there's a new script called menus handler, and I've changed a few things inside of the, where is it, here, inside of the PD handler. Nothing has changed in the buttons or in this script or any script apart from PD handler, additional, and menu handler. Let's go over additional. Additional is only a wait check to see if the PD status value in replicated storage has changed. If it's true, it sets the text to on. If it's false, it sets it back to off. Now for the menu handler, I'll go over the small scripts first. Here is basically everything main menu wise. Here we're getting the tween service, here we're getting the user interface, the current player, checking if tab is open, or making a variable of is tab open to false by default. We're getting the menus, which is this here, and the next line here we're getting the buttons. We're setting a tween info of 0.5 seconds, putting the easing style to quad, and putting the easing direction to out. If you want to learn more about tweens or tween service, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about it, or just go watch any of the hundreds of tutorials out there. We got another variable here, open main frame, which is basically just creating a tween of the main frame, which is this one, which is the tab you saw, the background, putting the info that we have up here, and setting its position to 0. Here, next line, we're basically doing the same thing, but instead of it putting on the screen, we're putting it away from the screen. Here we're checking to see if the player is typing, and if he is typing, it just returns end, doesn't do anything. So it just prevents a player, if they're typing M, from opening the menu. But if they're pressing M and they're not typing, then it checks if the tab menu is false. If it is, it plays the tween and sets the variable to true. If it isn't, so if it's open, it checks for any menus, or it takes all the menus inside of the menus right here and puts them to false so that the visibility is false. This is just so it prevents, let me show you. So let's just say you have the administrator open and you press M. What the script does, it disables the visibility of that frame, so it doesn't show half of it right here basically. So that's that. Then we just play the tween and put the variable to false. Here we're waiting for the tween to be completed. Once it's completed, we're making a for loop to check for all the buttons, and then once we found all the buttons, we're gonna show, or we're looping for each individual button, playing a tween of it, setting it to visible, and then it plays that tween, of course. And then here we're doing the opposite. Here we're just closing the tweens with this print here. Oh, here what we're doing is Once the admin button gets clicked, it turns the PD to visible, so you can actually see the PD menu. So that's about it for the menu handler. Now what we've changed in the PD handler is not all too much. We've added 2 functions, which is the message that gets displayed to every player. We're making a tween to show and hide the message. First, we turn the visibility to true. We play the show tween. We wait 2 seconds and then we hide it. The reason why we do using wait and not tween.complete wait is because when we do this later on, it doesn't work for some reason. So this right here does the trick. PD off GUI function is basically the same as this above here, just it doesn't show it anymore. It just turns it off. In here, we didn't change much apart from adding this line right here, which basically loops through every single player inside of the game and gives them, you know, the PD UI that displays, you know, the PD has been turned off, on and off. And the hashtag players is coming from here, so it gets players. Same thing for the PD end, loops through all the players and gives them that message. And that's basically it. That's it for the PD system. This is the update 2. I'll continue to update this, but the next update is going to come out if I hit 6 likes and 5 subscribers. Alright, that's when I'll release the next update. So yeah, reach that goal and you'll get a new update. Peace. Also, the thing is in the description.